Hello, my dear friends. This is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi! I'm so excited. We're going to do something a bit different. I've been thinking about this for the past days, and we're going to work with water today and bring water energy specifically into this reading. I already called in Atlantean energies. I already called in Lemurian energies. Lemuria is more like, or Lemurians is more like land energy, mountain energy. But Atlantean energy is water energy, 101, water beings. And I specifically also asked for the highest Christ light and highest divine consciousness to come in and assist us with this. And only exclusively beings of that consciousness to come in and work with us today, with the goal to help humanity at this time and to help charge you possibly through this reading. And I have a bowl of water right here, and I already placed a crystal inside of it. Yes, because you can charge water. I would also like to attach a link to an amazing podcast and video that I saw with her name was Veda. So it was Pam Gregory with Veda. I keep forgetting her last name. She was incredible. Like, that wasn't just something to listen to, that was an actual transmission in my mind and in my feelings. So something that was transmitted, like higher energy, came through that podcast, I felt like. And I'm very inspired by that. And I would like to make this, or to be a transmission for you guys as well, but also to bring through what it is that we need to know as a human energy, as a human collective at this time. Okay, this one, yeah, of course. Okay, we're bringing in selenite, which is very interesting. It's not supposed to be in water. Selenite is not doing too well with water, but it helps us bring in the higher energies. By the way, I do not know if this hasn't extended or not. We'll see. Then Rebecca Campbell with the healing waters is what wants to come in right now. So that's what we're gonna do. I feel like my mind is really clearing up. And what I was going to say earlier is water energy can be charged, like the crystals within the water can be charged. What we're doing here, like with my son, is also, he actually came up with something that's quite interesting. You know, we infuse the water with the light of Jeshua, Jesus, and what we also do is we say we love you. We say we're so grateful that you're here. Please, you know, bestow our body with the minerals, the vitamins that it needs, that the water can provide. And what he started to do, he would hug the water, which is incredible, you know, when they're in big containers, the water, to show it its love. And you wouldn't believe like how much charge the water actually holds after that. And it goes from being hard and not tasting good to actually being sweet. I'm not kidding you. And we had someone try that water and they asked what we had put in it because she was like, oh, that tastes kind of sweet. And I was like, we just charged it, you know, with our energies. And so that, or with intentions rather, and the water transports that back, and I can actually feel it like in my stomach, like the vibration of the water and the charge of the water, which is quite impressive and incredible. So let me just see what we can bring through for you here. And I highly encourage you to watch that video that I just talked about. I'll put the link down below. Is this one it? No, this one it? Yes. Okay. Wow. Wow. We have, right in line with the selenite, we have plunge. Don't hold back. It is time. Go for it and dive in. This is for the collective energies, okay? What I'm feeling with this is dive into the topic of charging your water, charging yourself, so that you may raise your vibration, elevate your vibration into something that it is currently not. We're being asked to really step up, to bring forth the positive qualities that each and everyone holds as a human race, as a human being, because the current forces on this planet are indeed actually designed to bring out the worst in human beings. So we're asked to each individually step up and out of this system and make up our own system here. Okay, so dive into that subject matter and bring forth your light, my sweethearts. That can indeed include doing the shadow work necessary so that you can actually shine so bright. In my own experience and in my work, I've seen it time and time again. You do go from high states, elevated vibrational states, where you channel down the energy, the higher light that is going into your body and is then transformed and bring forth your shadow. It actually is like that because it illuminates shadow that you didn't see was there before. That's all shadow is. And it's emotions that help you on this process. And water is literally very often, like in dreams or on tarot cards, on oracle cards, those are your emotions. They're depicted as the emotions. So there's something about the collective consciousness, the collective wisdom, where water to us is emotions, is feminine energies, is life energy, literally. And the emotions are helping us understand what is actually going on within yourself. Okay, they're helping you. They're messengers. They're little helpers that are telling you, oh, this is what's going on. Do not run from them, rather embrace them. Okay, embrace them and see where they want to take you. See what their message to you actually is. Okay, read this. No, they don't want me to read this. Another card. Yes. This one. No. Which one? This one. No. Okay, you show me. No. Yes. Ooh, Lemuria. I really literally because we said, I recently did a reading where that became really clear, where a client of mine asked specifically about this, or just came through, and it became more clear to me after that who Atlanteans actually were and who Lemurians actually were. Yeah. And Lemurians, more mountain energy, living in the mountains, living in, I got really green, grassy areas, and for Atlanteans, deep in the ocean, with kind of movable pots, if you will. So let me see what wants to be coming through here. This is advice from Lemuria, I'm assuming. Yes, from Lemurians. Yes, okay. Let's do it. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What's helpful to us right now, please? This one, yes. Okay. Yeah. There's another one underneath this one, yes, this one, no. There's something coming that is going to disrupt the system that they were talking about earlier in the channeling. We have Lena, what must be shall be, okay? I'm immediately getting purging energies with this, and I saw someone throwing up like big time, throwing up. This is what usually happens, like ayahuasca is one thing where that happens during the ceremony. It's part of purging, it's part of cleansing yourself. And they keep giving me this, what must be shall be. So there's a cleansing process, a purging process that's not just happening on the individual level, although a lot of you that are watching this, I feel like would have gone through the majority of these processes, these major processes already, but you would see it in other people, happening in other people, because what I received is that there's an increase of light, much like huge columns of light that are hitting the earth, that are then transforming and disrupting the system as it is, and we're stepping collectively into something else. Like, do make sure your space stays clean and clear. Water energy can help you with this, is what they're saying, and I keep getting that feeling, and now it goes into my stomach and intestines. It's like purging yourself, relieving yourself from any parasitic energies that may or may not be there. Be also mindful of the collective purge that is happening. Most of you here are most likely empaths and are healers, so you would know how to protect your energetic field. If you don't, I highly recommend you look into this. If you need help with this, I also offer mentorship. Just reach out to me at universalpowertarot@gmail.com. We can have a look into where you are at personally, and also what you're asked to work on and step into at this time, and what can be helpful and beneficial to you, okay? Reach out to me if you're interested. So that collective purging energy, keeping your space clean, holding your vibration high, A lot of you may have gone through the processes already in the past couple of years where you were asked, despite very unsteady circumstances, to stay in alignment with yourself, to stay in peaceful information, in high vibrational information, so that you can then teach others now that are now going through it. You're the voice of reason in chaos, I want to say, okay? You know what's going on. It's always like that. You know, when you've gone through your own awakening, then you can already be at ease and peace and say, oh, this is what's actually happening, like to other people that you then see going through these processes, okay? Just give me a minute. I just had to check on something because I felt like there was disruptive energy, and also I felt like there was almost something, like a little noise that would cause my stomach to react, so my nervous system to react. So I always know that this is part of the reading as well. That's interesting. And you know, those little things, those pings, you might have felt it during COVID as well, when everything was being rolled out and how people reacted to it. There was a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, and to stay in a space that doesn't affect you, which is why, you know, cleansing your energetic space, keeping your space clean is so, so important. Because if you don't, you may be sucked into those energies. So water, what they're giving me literally right now, what can be really helpful to you, is literally putting, for example, clear quartz at the four corners of your house, your apartment, in water, fresh water, and charge those so that you have like columns. Excuse me, I know this is very specific, but I still feel like I need to bring it out there to you guys so you have something at hand. Where you charge your water with protective energy, where you charge your water almost like a dome type of an energy is what I'm getting here. With those clear quartz crystals, to have a protective layer over your space so that you're not as affected by what may be coming our way. Because I also saw like cards being laid out, so things are already in place, they're already happening in a certain way that they need to be happening, okay? And to not be afraid of it, like divine energy is upon you, is with you, okay? And you do have the tools to work through these processes yourself, okay? Your life has taught you, like the lessons you have been learning thus far have been bringing you to that point where you're actually ready for what is happening, what is going to happen, what is already happening, but also what is going to happen. So yeah, you got this, is what I'm meaning to say. Read this? No. There's another one here, right? This one? No. No, yes. Oh, yes? Okay. More healing waters. More from the Healing Waters Oracle. Okay. And not everyone wants to be helped or is ready to be helped. That's another thing that is coming through right now. They have to go through their own experiences. So it's like you can lead a horse to water, but whether or not they want to drink is completely up to them. And there's literally nothing that you can do to make that happen. So there's also the recommendation of not taking it upon yourself to try to heal someone or try to give advice to someone that is not ready to hear it, because that will rather repel. Okay, then do anything that is good. This one, yeah. The most that you can do is hold your vibration, and and to take care of yourself during those times. They gave me the sacred well right now. Things are okay, things are in place. And it says replenishment, self-care, giving from a place of plenty. Look at this beautiful card. It's like you learned self-care. You learned how to take care of yourself. You learned how to love yourself more and more, how to accept yourself, or you are still in the process of doing so. Because again, that comes with shadow work. When you truly accept who you are, like with all the parts that you come with, it's a different ballgame altogether. Because you then also accept that in other people, and that's a massive component here in terms of loving unconditionally. Not that I particularly think that any human being is truly capable of that unconditional love. We might be, but to really get to that stage where we love everything and everyone, maybe temporarily, but I'm not sure it can be achieved like as a state of being. I'm not sure. But this card is indicating to stay with yourself, to create your own bubble, literally. This is not bypassing. This is during the time when it can potentially get a little bit tougher, is you create your space around you, okay? And you be safe within that space. Matter of fact, you are safe within that space. Ask for divine guidance. Ask for the divine to guide you. And be in that peaceful space. And I keep being hit with a little bit of anxiety here and there. Do not get sucked into that. Stay with yourself, okay? Stay within your beautiful space that you can create for yourself. You're a powerful manifestor, a powerful creator. Water energy wants to come help you with just this. Like, charge it with those love energies. Let it help you. Let it guide you. What else, please? This one, yes. Another one off Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light. Read this? No. Interesting. Just the imagery. I'm particularly drawn to the roses here. So the feminine energy, Mary Magdalene. Also Mother Mary energy is coming in. She's a real badass, by the way. When I first tapped myself into her energies, it was just like, when she first came to me, actually, it was very different than what I expected her to be. Energetically, she is incredible. She is fierce, but very different from Isis energies, for example. If you tapped yourself into those energies already, you would know like what that feels like. And that, yet again, is very different to Jeshua's energies, like very different. He truly is unconditional love. Like, it's so amazing to be in those energies. Such soft and all-encompassing, like unbelievable energies, right? And that the reason why I'm saying this, I believe, is because you have different guides, okay, that you can tap yourself into that can be helpful for different situations. If you need a badass, you know, in a situation that needs you to, you know, now it's go time type of a situation, call upon who you feel is really good for that. Or when you need protection, who is it that you could call on to for that protection? Maybe it's Archangel Michael. Maybe it is another one that you really trust. Maybe it's a version of yourself from a past life or other dimension that can then help you step into those places. Those can be very helpful tools, okay? So know thyself and know thy guides. This one, no. This one, yes. Answer the call. Some of you are actually being called to step up. Like, you would feel the call to do something, much like I felt the call today to do the water reading. It's just like you feel it, and then it's just like a sensation that you know to follow. Like, for those of you that have been on this path for some time, you already know when it's go time and when it's not. So answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? It's beautiful. So she's still sitting there. You might still be sitting there, very aware that something is coming, that you can feel something big is coming, something amazing is coming and is unfolding here. And I'll link those two videos because I feel like the Bobby Kennedy video definitely gives such amazing hope in those times right now. And then also the other water video, because I feel like those two are incredibly charged with such amazingness. And I do keep feeling like that surge of anxiety a little bit. So some of you may already be a little bit in those states. Please know that the workshop Tools for Trauma, which is exactly targeting this, like anxiety, high levels of stress, panic attacks, it's exactly targeting this. Okay, they're coming out in the next 2 weeks, hopefully. Like, I'm finally ready to publish it. So stay tuned for that. I know I said it before, but it took me much longer than I expected. Now it's actually ready. It's just like in the final stages of setting up the whole system of how it gets to you guys. Okay, so keep your eyes open for that. Yeah, so answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do here? So some of you are already feeling it, but you're definitely asked to step up. What I just heard is to do better. And there's always the decision, you know, in everyday life, who are you, which parts of yourself are you stepping into? Which parts of yourself are you nourishing? And which ones are you not? Or which ones are you loving and accepting? There's a huge thing, I'm thinking of the black and white wolf, you know, we all have the shadow and the light within us. If you think you have no shadow, you haven't looked yet. You have not. If you're not in touch with that side of yourself, I would consider that, and I know this may sound judgmental, but a little bit docile, because the shadow helps you protect yourself. if you're a light worker, shadow work is essential, because if you don't do the shadow work to back up your light, somebody's going to take along and try to take advantage of that, try to take that from you. So you need to know how to protect yourself. You need to be a spiritual badass in order to, you know, hold that amount of light too, because, you know, it can be taken away if you're not careful with that energy. If you aren't that sacred well, okay, if you're not protecting your own energetic field, your own surroundings, your family system, who you let into your life, okay, and you can be unconditionally loving from a distance as well. I want to say that, I want to stress that here, okay. Read this? No. Another one for over here? Yes. Which one? This one? No. No, 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 yes. Ooh! Lightworkers Oracle, my dears. So we have quite a potent reading today here for you. Okay. Let's see. With this reading, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit also. No, no, yes, totally. But I feel like it's time. It's time to step up. It's time to step also into something that may initially cause a little bit of discomfort, but it's important, okay? You literally do have that. So that signifies you being lit up literally as a light worker, and then the other forces around how the system has created human beings that are rather showing their shadow side, but unprocessed shadow. And I'm getting that nasty feeling in my pit again with that. And you know how that can cause envy, that can cause, you know how some people will try to dim your light. You have to learn how to stand in your light, and for that you have to discover your shadow. You have to stand in that and be like, no, because it's love and light with a little bit of F you. Like, that's not happening. This is my space. That's really necessary in the human realm as well as in the upper realms. It is important. You don't want energy vampires sucking you dry. There's no point in this. I mean, there's point in it as you go on your own journey, but then later on, when you have that sort of vibration, you want to keep it. There's no point in going down there in the deep with whoever's still working through what they need to be working through and be suffering with them. There's no point. And please keep this in mind in case events are actually coming into existence here. There's no point in going into the suffering. You have your highest influence when you're staying high vibrational here, when you're staying in your bubble, literally, and send out love and light from that bubble, okay? But keep in mind, you don't want to deplete yourself too much, because you want to stay the sacred well, and you are the sacred well by taking care of yourself and your energetic field and everything else. And who feels drawn to you is most welcome, I'm sure. Who doesn't deplete you of your energy, I want to say, but who is a good addition to this, and anyone else still has some learning to do, okay? It's the fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. But it's like the pictures that catch me so much. So it's away from the ego, away from the mind, away from rational thinking, and more into the heart. Like, drop yourself into the heart. Drop yourself into a space of peace, because it is there always. Call upon your guides, the ones that are helping you. If you haven't figured out who your guides are, reach out to me. We can do a session and find out who the guides are that are most beneficial to you at this time, who you can call upon, okay? Or, you know, go on your own journey there and just explore who that might be for you, okay? So that you can have all the resources that are important for you at this time. All right. What else? This one? Yeah. So many oracle decks are out. Let's see. This one, yes, that flew out. Here. That's interesting. It says you're focusing purely on the negative, but there's also a positive side you're not seeing. Your mental attitude and thoughts can make things seem good or bad, beautiful or ugly. I want to really point out here, like from the higher view, there is no such thing as duality. There is no good and bad. It just is. And you might be asked, is there room for improvement? But then it's up to you to answer truthfully, you know? I'm being given like the verse of Lauryn Hill. Excuse me. Moment. You know, she's singing, I think it's from The Lost Ones. I think that's what this song is called. And she's talking about the day of judgment and how it's not going to help you when you're wiggling like a snake, the movement of a serpent. I can't remember like the exact same thing, but she's saying that on the day of judgment, you may wiggle as long as you want, but have you been truthful to your path? Have you been truthful to yourself? Have you tried? Or have you given up on things, on yourself, on the people around you? How did you live your life? Truthfully. All is a matter of perception. And this, I feel like, is particularly important when shit hits the fan, okay? And to be like, okay, actually, this is something that is a purge. See it for what it is. Drop the illusions of it. See your part in it. If you feel that you have no part in this, then hold your vibration and work from that space. If you can. If you need a break, you know when you need to take a break. There are other light workers in place, other people, other angels, other beings that are here that are helping raising the vibration, helping make seen the unseen, literally, because the shadow is big in the collective at this time. What you think you shall become. Be positive, for behind the perceived darkness there is much love, light, and good fortune. And I actually want to put that straight under Lena, this card here, with the Lemurian energy, with the earthy energies here, because the other cards aren't earthy energies. What must be shall be, okay? And please to be aware of this, that the purge needs to happen. Otherwise it's not moving in the desired direction, in the direction that is most beneficial, that actually raises consciousness and brings us to the place that we need to be. When I just asked, is that it? They said no. This one, yes. Are we going to use all the decks? Apparently there's no extended, by the way. It's just like a long reading. Author, we don't need that either. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Sacred geometry, they're pointing that out to me again, like how important that is. The structure of the water, the structure of your cells, the structure of the water that's in your body, and how that is affected. You know, when you say to another person, I love you, and it comes from the heart and you feel it, it radiates so much. If you say to your water, to your food, it has such a massive effect on it. Like it almost instantly changes the structure of your food and drink. And then you're releasing it again, and it goes out back into the water cycle and is literally still that, right? So it does have a huge effect. I highly recommend watching that interview of Pam Gregory and Veda, because it literally has, she's speaking about the eggs and how, you know, one free range egg, that's literally free range, and outside, you know, everything with all the caged eggs from caged hens, and how that's influencing like the ones close to that. Watch that, it has a massive effect. So she's also saying something about one drop of pureness in a cesspool of something. That's kind of like what this card is representing to me here, okay? So hold your station, hold your vibration. If there's shadow that you need to work through it, but also know if it's actually yours or someone else's or the collective's. This one, no. This one, yes. This one, yes. Yeah. Relax. There's plenty of time to do and achieve all you desire. Place your hands gently on your heart and allow your breath to guide you to a quiet space within. Imagine yourself bathed in golden light, flowing from the eternal heart of God. I, your guardian angel, am with you. Allow me into your heart. You will accomplish more by focusing on that which is most important in life, love. yet another card that is calling you to action in the sense of to not focus and stay with the suffering, but instead to nourish yourself back to health if you haven't done so, physically, mentally, spiritually, on a soul level. Because this is where your field of influence is. It's not down there. It isn't. It is not. It is not in saving someone else. It's allowing someone else to find the tools to level up to that level. That's where it's at. Okay? All right, my friends. I think that is it. Is that it? Yeah. I want to thank the water energies. I want to thank the Lemurians, the Atlanteans, any beings of the highest Christ light, highest divine consciousness that came in to guide this reading, to transmit the energies that needed to find transmission. I want to thank you guys, my guides, everyone who watched today and any other day, for being here, for coming here at this time, for existing, for radiating your beautiful vibration out into this world. I'm sending you so much love, light, and shadow, and I hope you're really well. Mwah. Bye.